not just a mom, I'm a writer too. Hey, howdy, hey, Trainwreck, how are you today? I'm the glorious Trainwreck Mom. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard, Trainwreck. I'm so glad you're here today. Don't forget to get your ticket punched by hitting that subscribe button so you get to see all the Trainwreck goodness. This channel is a safe space for all Trainwrecks, except here, we don't give you a puppy and a latte, we give you sarcasm and humor. If you didn't know, I'm a writer. I have a blog, I have a couple books, I got all sorts of stuff. Plus, I'm pretty cool to follow on like Facebook, hub pages, Twitter, Instagram, all those things. So I thought I would let you know a little bit about me as a writer because it's Wednesday. So why not start doing a Writer Wednesday, because that's a thing, I guess. So you might be asking, what type of writing do you do? All sorts. I write books. And I have a blog, and the blog is on Hub Pages, and my books are on Amazon. So, yeah, I guess that's the answer. Yeah. I write posts and I write tweets. Does that count? Probably not. For the genre topics kind of thing, I do humor. I do inspiration, motivation, a little bit of frustration. I write about mom life. I write about the stuff that's pertinent in my life, but coming up, and we've released a date, I'm not telling you yet though, coming up soon, we are going to be launching my first fiction book, Mr. Christmas. So I'm super excited because it's my first fiction, and it's the first time I've tried anything that wasn't humor based, or it's kind of a thriller. So I'm really excited about that. So excited. How long have I been writing for? Well, honestly, for as long as I can remember. I know, I started when I was about 8. And I remember, all my favorite things were like Halloween, when we were supposed to write a scary story. We had like a prompt and stuff like that. Christmas, when we were, what did you do on your Christmas break? What did you get? That kind of thing. Those were always my favorite things. I was the term paper queen in high school. I was writing papers for other kids for money, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I was writing papers. I loved just writing and just doing that kind of thing. I loved anything that took us outside the box. We had to write a poem based on Hamlet, I think it was. Yeah, it was just, I loved everything. So yeah, I've been writing for as long as I can remember. I am published. I am a published writer. I have 3. Really don't count one because I kind of jumped the gun on it. Got really excited about the whole I'm a published author thing. Yeah! And I really didn't think things out too well. So I jumped the gun and posted something really, published something really goofy. And I was just like, oh, well, everyone's got that member of the family and that one will be mine. But the other 2 are, those are my book babies. My 3rd one, like I said, is coming out, and that's my other book baby, and I'm really very excited. What was the first story I ever wrote? The first story I ever wrote was actually kind of a retelling of Stephen King's It. My mother was reading it at the time. It had just come out, so I was pretty young. And I retold the story and actually wrote the story out. I illustrated a little book and stapled it and everything, and it was really, really cute. I remember that. As cute as a story about a clown that eats children could ever be, because clowns are terrible. Clowns are terrifying, and oh my god, that book, and that was just terrible. Why do I write? I write for my own sanity now. Before I wrote because I thought it was a way to express myself and to be creative, and It's a way for me to get all those feelings that are trapped inside of me out. Because, teenage angst and melodrama and all that nonsense. But now I write mainly for kind of like this channel, so that other people can sit and see that whatever they're going through, whether it's kids who don't flush the toilet, or laundry that's 3 miles high on their couch, or, just being done with it all, just wanting that 5 minutes in the bathroom to yourself to eat that chocolate bar without your door winding up looking like a scene out of The Walking Dead with hands reaching through trying to get to mommy. I get it, and that's why I write, because I want other people to understand that they're going through it too. I've written a couple blogs about depression and anxiety and mental illness in general. I thought that was important. My first book is about domestic violence and surviving that, and specifically narcissistic abuse. So, those were written to help people understand, you're not alone. There's someone else out there who gets it. We understand. And it's when you get that idea of you're not the only one dealing with it, because it can be isolating, because nobody talks about these things. And yet everyone's talking about these things. It's really weird. When nobody talks about it, then you feel like there's something wrong with you. And I'm here to help people realize it's not you, babe. We got you. It's okay. How do you find the time to write? Okay, so I totally wake up at 5 in the morning, and I've been known to stay up till 10 or 11 o'clock, because I'll go tuck my son in at 9, and I'll have my laptop with me, and I'll just write. So yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm up. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I actually fix the videos and add the descriptions and everything like that. And then at 6 o'clock, I write. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I write. And it's either my blog that I'm writing or working on my book, editing my book, that kind of thing. So that's when I write the most, is in the morning before any member of my family wakes up. And that doesn't always work, because my son has a sixth sense for knowing when I'm out of bed, and will come tearing through my house like something was caught on fire, and runs through to try to find me. So sometimes I don't always get as much writing as I want done, but we try. When and where are the best time to write? For me, the best time is in the morning, because I don't have a whole lot clogging up the brain. So, I don't usually have a whole lot clogging up the brain to start with, but I tried to write at work a couple times. Got in trouble for that, because I was writing during nap time, and that's a no-no, because I had my laptop out at work, and I was writing, but now I carry a notebook and a pen. What? But no, I write. The best place for me to write is probably my couch or my bed, in the morning or at night when I'm putting my son to bed. But for the most part, I'm gonna write wherever I am. I'm gonna write when I can, because that's how I am. I'm always gonna write in the morning. I'm always gonna write in the evening. But I always will find time, nap time, lunchtime. I'm going to write then. I will write. I'm like green eggs and ham, Sam I am running. I will write in a box. I will write with a fox, I will write them in a car. Here are books, here they are. That's the worst thing I've ever said. Okay, now we see why poetry is not my thing. Right on. Favorite food or drink while writing? Have you seen me talk about coffee? Coffee is life. Coffee makes for the word making, and then the word making makes for the sentence making, and sentences make scenes, and scenes make chapters, and chapters make books, and hopefully books make me rich. No, I'm just playing. I don't get me wrong, I'd love to make an income where I could stay home and write, but it's not really why I do it. I write because I've got something to say, and I'm gonna make everyone hear it, whether you want to or not. That's why I have a blog, books, and this channel, and a podcast, and eventually I'm gonna have t-shirts, so you're gonna see this on people's chests. That sounded weird. Wow. Maybe on a coffee mug would be better. Writing playlist. I've heard a lot of authors have a writing playlist, and they have certain songs they listen to when it's a fight scene, and they have certain songs they listen to when it's a love scene, or, all these different types. And I'm over here like, dude, if I could just get it quiet, then I'm chill, because I have enough when I'm writing. I hear everything that's going on. I hear the music in the background, like with my story right now, Mr. Christmas. I listened to a lot of Bing Crosby when it was not Christmas. I'm not proud of it. It's a thing. But I also listen to a lot of funeral type music, which is not healthy for someone with chronic depression and anxiety. Because it is a very emotionally charged book, I found myself having to step away often and isolate myself from sound and people, because it would get me so charged up, and I would either be bawling my eyes out or super mad. And one of my favorite resources for getting the brain juice going, Ambient Mixer. It's an app. It's also a website. And if you've got like an ambience kind of thing, like a lot of my story takes place in a funeral home. A lot of my of it takes place in Christmas type setting. So I wanted to be able to hear, because I don't have a whole lot of experience living in a funeral home, guys. Come on, I'm sorry. Not really my deal. But one of the sounds I picked up on was the sound of a freezer. And it was from that, and that helped me like get into the actual scene, so I could look around inside my head and see, what am I looking at, what am I hearing, and how do I translate that onto my paper. So that's more my writing playlist, is just the ambient sounds as opposed to music. That's everything. So that's me as a writer so far. I might do some more of these so you guys can get to know me as a writer a little bit more. I am looking forward to doing a cover reveal, maybe some character sketches, maybe even a book giveaway the closer we get. So, we'll have to see what happens. But Mr. Christmas is coming. I'm very excited for it. I hope you're excited too, because I've been getting really great feedback from it, and I'm super excited. So that's all I've got for today, Trainwrecks. Like I said, if this is your first time here, welcome aboard, Trainwreck. I'm glad to have you here today. Don't forget to get your ticket punched by hitting that subscribe button. And I really want you to ring my bell, because you want to see this Trainwreck goodness on a regular basis. My books, Platitudes of Gratitude and All Your Fault, are available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Yeah, they're available right now, actually. So there's that. You can follow me on Hub Pages, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's all I've got for today, Trainwreck. So, all aboard!